for your sound, you can't beat that.
No, you can't.
At some point, like, yes, you could get on doing YouTube beats and doing whatever, but at some point in your career, to get to that next level, you gotta lock in with a producer.
You see I'm Southside reppin', Bigfoot steppin', Zone 3 section is God flow perfection. Hating on the church like I ain't blessed they section. If we ain't talking money, I got a weak connection, that's on the hood. She said get a bag, so I get it, got it good. Don't complain about my problems, I just put it in a wood. Seen a genie the other day, she said make it good. So I wish for good health, then I wish to look, it's chief, not lieutenant.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, ready to go? Here we go.
Yeah.
Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. Special guest in the building. Finally. Feels like after years.
It has been.
After years. We got JTC Beats in the building.
What's poppin'?
Welcome, man. You said it's your first interview, really?
Yeah, this is really my first like interview with me as the focus. I've always been behind the scenes.
Yeah, because that seems to be the case with producers.
Yeah.
Guys that are on the boards and doing engineering and all that. Y'all really play the background. And it's probably, and no, I'm not even going to say probably. It's not fair.
I mean, okay, you have to kind of, to a point.
Kind of, yes.
Everybody needs that one guy in the background doing this things that they don't want to do as an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But also at the same time, and not just for guys that make beats, because a lot of people make beats.
Yeah. There's a difference between a producer and a beat maker.
Exactly. The guys that perfect the sound, those are the people that probably need more of a highlighting. But you also kind of took it in your own hands in turning yourself into an artist as well.
Yeah, actually, I've been making music, though, since I was in high school.
Yeah.
But that's like how I learned how to engineer.
Yeah.
Was recording myself.
But you've never been like...
I just stopped.
The
when
guy.
I started doing it professionally, as a job, I just kind of stopped.
Yeah. So I assume that you, because like, you know, you're around all, like, anybody that knows the Minnesota music scene, very specifically Minneapolis, knows that you work with all the guys. Yeah. Like all the hitters. You've worked with all of them.
Yeah, I've worked with pretty much everybody.
Yeah, pretty much everybody. Yeah. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows.
Whether it's on some beats or engineering, they recorded at our studio or something, you know.
Yeah. So I assume that the people that you work with or the people that are in the studio with you, they probably have, all over the years, they've heard you make music.
Yeah.
They know that you are capable of doing this yourself.
It's been, like, I've been working, like, I finished, like, the day I finished high school. I started work, like, AK was like, here, you can start running sessions. I was actually enrolled in IPR. I was going to go to college and everything. I graduated late. I was, like, really bad in school, and so it was like, oh, they were trying to force me to go to college and shit. Yeah. And I was like, I'm just going to go to music school, you know, because I wanted to engineer and produce and stuff. So, but he talked me out of it, like, a week before. Was like, don't do that shit. You're going to learn more here. Just, you could start running sessions. He was like, just charge $30 an hour and just break me up. Just split me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm just like, shit, I just finished high school yesterday, and this is back at the time when shit, $7.25 or something like that was the minimum wage. Yeah. So it was like.
So AK really, I mean, I know, obviously everybody knows, AK's done a lot for a lot of people. Yeah, no. You could argue AK's done something for everyone.
AK helped change my life. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah. I was 5 years in on music when I met AK already, you know.
And he just said, here you go.
Kind of. Not really.
Handed you the keys.
It took a few months.
Okay.
For it to gain his trust.
Yeah.
You know, but it was Tay brought me there. Me and Tay just happened to randomly meet. He came to one of my friends from high school that used to come record. He passed away, but he introduced me to Tay. Just brought him to my crib one night, and we were just recording. And then I shot Tay's first music video.
How long ago was this?
At the very end of 2015.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So like 7-8 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, because I think most people. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but in my mind, I tie you to Tay.
Yeah,
like you and Tay are always.
That's cool because we started this together. Like I work with a lot of people other than Tay,
of course.
But Tay is my go-to artist. Like, and I'm pushing him more than I'm pushing anybody else. I'm DJing for him.
Yeah, that's your guy. That's like y'all. If something goes right for one of y'all,
if either one of us get on tomorrow, we're both coming with each other, no matter what. You know, sure. So it's just. We started this shit together. Like he brought me, like I said, I shot his first video. He brought me to the studio. I met AK. He was just kind of like, oh, you're shooting my son's video, you know, like, whatever. And this was Tay's first video ever.
Which was?
Gambino, it was called.
Gambino, yeah.
It was also his first song. He recorded the song before he met me. He didn't he was in college, some shit like that, you know. But so we, I don't know. I came back the next day and was like recording with and AK came in tweaking like, who is this white boy on my studio desk? You know, I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, nice to meet you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
so he put you through boot camp.
hell yeah,
Yeah,
it still does.
still does.
yeah. But it's for the bigger purpose. You know, I get it. Like tough love
For
is
sure.
is like the most important thing in this music industry because only the strong go survive.
And some of the strong won't either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
this is something that I feel like
You got to be like a Navy SEAL,
bro. You really do.
You know what I'm saying?
You really do. I talk about this a lot on this show. Is like, in order to make it in the music business, it doesn't even matter the genre. It's not. We're not just talking hip hop. You have to be an anomaly.
Literally.
The chances of you actually popping and becoming a millionaire off of music,
Is like fucking less than winning the lottery, damn
bro,
near.
so slim. And I feel like that is not highlighted enough because there are artists that think that they're working their ass off, and they very well might be.
You have to
You
work
gotta-
hard and work smart.
Yes.
Some people just work like I know some people that just they make the best beats in the world, they make the best music in the world, but they don't leave the studio, they don't do anything.
Yeah,
You don't even know who they are,
yeah,
but they make the best shit. Like
Yep.
AK always used to say like there's plenty of hoopers that can out-hoop Jordan, but they're
For
never
sure.
going to get the shot.
yep. That's a fact
Literally.
because they're not gonna outwork him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
No, that's a fact.
I've always just put it in like in my eyes, like since I was young, I've always been like it's a friendly sport, but like you know like this is competition.
Yeah.
Like it's not as in like I'm trying to be better than you, but it is though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, it is that.
I want to be looked at as equal to you, not better than you. You know what I'm saying? If anything, like to who I look up to.
Yeah.
Like and I look up like who I look up to. That's my competition.
Yeah.
You
Who
know?
who do you look up to?
I mean like producer wise,
Yeah.
and artist. I mean like. My favorite producer is probably Southside.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, just
Yeah.
because he just changed kind of like the sound of rap
For sure.
and 808 Mafia. Like
Yep.
that was the era where I was like, I love music. I
Yeah.
gotta do this shit, you
Yep.
know, because I started playing the drums when I was learning and taught myself how to play it, and then I was like, I don't really like rock music as much as I like.
Yeah,
rap,
kind of.
so I'm gonna start making beats.
I didn't play drums, but I had a similar path.
Yeah.
I was like,
But it was just kind of.
I heard Doggy Style and I was like, the fuck?
I think. Damn, what was your first rap song you ever heard?
Man, good question. Honestly, if I'm being real about it, it's probably like Gangster's Paradise.
I think mine was In the Club. No cap.
I mean, yeah, I think it was probably Coolio Gangster's Paradise, but that didn't really trigger it for me. But it was. I remember I stole Doggy Style from one of my friend's older brothers,
That's fire.
not really knowing what it was, and
That's funny.
I threw it on my little boombox in my backyard while I played basketball, and I remember like standing there holding the basketball, like, yo, they can do this.
Mm.
You can do this on music. I was probably
Yeah.
like 10 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, no. I remember the
Yeah.
song that did it for me that like really was like I gotta go all in on this was Hard in the Paint.
Mm,
I swear to God.
that's what did it for you.
Yeah, because it was like so different than anything else that you had heard before.
For sure.
Like literally. Like,
Yeah.
And that's kind of like I feel like you can kind of see the influence on Tay's music a little
I
bit.
was just thinking that. I was literally just thinking that in my head.
But I don't know. That's what got me like to fall in love with trap music and
Yeah.
and just because I always listen to rap music. I always
Yeah.
listen to hip hop. I always listen, but like that trap music is like what made me like, oh, I love this shit. I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Like, and I just did it.
That was it.
Yeah.
You just went.
But I've always been like that. Like I do video, I do graphic design, I do everything. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like anything I wanted to learn, I just like
For sure.
I was impatient.
So as far as like, do you feel like you're the best producer in Minnesota? I know that this is the conversation that we
mean,
have about the crown in
okay.
Minnesota, but I feel like
I mean, like, it depends on like what you're talking about. Like, no, there's people that make better beats than me.
There
I
are.
would say, yeah.
okay.
Like, but as in terms of like, I can like make an artist from start to finish. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
So when I ask if somebody,
I always help turn up an artist's sound every time. I'm not trying to just like brag about it, but it there's facts. You can look it up. You know,
Yeah.
like people that you didn't hear about, and then after they started rapping on my beats, now the city knows about them, and now they're getting some national recognition.
can you give me some examples?
I don't want to go into all that.
Why not? I mean, give them their credit. Give them some
I
flowers.
mean,
it's a good. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a positive.
I know, but there's some like I'm trying to think because there's been like a lot. Like,
I just want you to take your credit.
okay. Like I don't know. There's a lot of people like it wasn't people like okay like little homies like my little homie Kari.
Yep.
Even like my Sleepy, who's here with me, you know, him, those are Suavo,
Yep.
Lil Crush.
Yeah.
Who else? Even back in the day, like me and Upstairs were working a lot.
Yeah.
Me and Casey used to work back in the day. Like it just.
You heard it here first. He's taking credit for Casey.
No, I'm not taking credit, no Casey, but I'm just saying, like, Casey was always, I'll give him his credit, like, he was always the hardest working artist I've ever met, so, like.
I mean, look, none of these guys have shit to do if they don't have beats to rap on.
No,
or
exactly.
Some, you know,
and I'm not saying, like, I helped turn their shit up, I'm just saying, after I worked with them, their shit went up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's because of me.
It means something,
just
but it
helped.
means something, though.
Yeah.
It means something, though. And I mean,
but that's what I wanted. That's exactly what I
For
wanted.
sure.
Because some of these artists, like, I reach out to, like myself, like, let's work. I
Yeah.
got some beats. Like, come pull up. Let's work.
Yeah.
And I don't send beats out, though.
How come?
I don't know. Because I want you.
I want them in the studio.
I don't even like to, like, have people, like, when I get somebody to come into the studio and shit, like, I don't even like them to, like, go through my beats and pick them out. Like, I'd rather just make one right then and there.
So you're making shit from scratch
Yeah.
specifically for somebody.
Yeah, that's like my favorite way to.
I like that.
That's why I say as a producer and a beat maker, like you could go through and I could post all my beats. I don't post none of them online, none of that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I want everything to be authentic. You come to, like, if you want to, that's why I'm trying to change the Minnesota market. If you want to work with me, you are going to come to me. I don't have to come to you. Because obviously if you want to work with me, it's because of my sound, not because of you just need beats. Because if you just need beats, you would go on YouTube.
Right. Let's open that can of worms. Talk to me about YouTube beats, man. I know you don't like the YouTube beat era.
I'm not really into the YouTube beat era. To each his own, you know. But I believe in firmly that locking in with a producer, like I said, me and Tay have been working together for 7 years. We put our all into each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To get the opportunities that we've been getting.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
So
Sure, you can get the same opportunities doing shit, but that shit works. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, and I mean, also it also depends on like what you're shooting for, because
You want to create your own sound.
Yeah, I came up in an era where like it mattered, the art mattered,
Mhm.
the art of it, and you're kind of dwindling the art side of it by just saying, "Ooh, I like the sound of that. Let me rap over that." It's one thing to do like a freestyle,
Yeah, you know.
or a little free verse or something like that,
And-
but like
and-
to make a song.
But it's like your sound. It's like your. Some people can put their own sound on somebody else's sound and make it original. But it's like, if you're working with a producer that's making a sound for your sound,
Mhm.
you can't beat that.
No, you cannot.
At some point, like, yes, you could get on doing YouTube beats and doing whatever. But at some point in your career, to get to that next level, you gotta lock in with a producer.
Yeah, you see it even with mainstream artists.
Mhm.
Like some of them,
You have longevity.
yeah,
Like that.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're just gonna be a one-hit wonder.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, just from a personal standpoint, from a consumer standpoint, like I prefer that.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you and one other person get together and make, even if it's just a song.
Like Tay's album, I did the entire thing.
yeah,
Produced everything, engineered. Actually, I mean, he recorded some of it himself, but like at his crib, but you wouldn't even know. But same with Suavo's album. I
Mhm.
did all of the beats, all the production, all the transition, everything, and all the engineering, mix and mastering, everything. You know, like because I believed in them.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make their shit pop.
for sure.
So I got to put my effort in as much as they can. Whether it's, you know, what I'm saying, I'm not gonna necessarily put all my money into shit because
It's their body of work.
exactly, but I'm gonna put on my time,
Yeah.
which is just as valuable, if not more.
Yeah. So, what eventually pushed you over the top and kind of taking on the role as becoming the feature artist
Okay.
after
So,
all this time?
I mean, like I said, I took about 5 years off of recording myself, even just to really focus on getting better at mixing, recording, getting better at my beats, just getting good, getting
Yeah.
my name out, just getting to where I thought I was good. Because back in the day, everybody else thought I was good, but I thought I was trash.
Yep.
So I'm just like working hard as hell to I don't think I'm the best, but like I know I'm good, you know, I'm not.
Yeah.
But that's what keeps me working.
I mean, I just watched the new video.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean, it's not.
they're gonna be seeing that soon.
I don't want to take anything away from anybody, but like the quality in the music and the quality in the video is shitting on probably most.
I appreciate that.
Most.
For real. I genuinely appreciate it. But I ain't gonna lie, it's it took me about 100 songs in the last year.
Yeah.
Well, no, since the pandemic is when I started going back at it, 2020, because, you know, there wasn't shit else to do.
Yeah.
Studio was a little slow.
Mhm.
You know, I was still making, you know, there were people, some people were just, I don't fuck
Yeah, of
fuck
course.
COVID, I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
But, so I'm just like, whatever, I'm going to still take your money, you know.
Yeah.
I need to pay bills still.
Yep.
But there was downtime, you know, and so late nights and shit, at 2, 3 in the morning, I'm at the studio smoking a wood to get high. I'm like, oh shit, I like this beat that I just made a lot.
Yep.
Like, I might as well just rap on it. Just
So is this
screw it.
happening often while you're by yourself, or are there people around?
I mean, like it happens more when I'm by myself because
Yeah.
I like to record by myself just
Mhm.
because there's no distractions or interruptions. You know what I'm saying? Cause
I got to imagine it helps with the confidence too, right?
I don't really care.
You don't care?
I don't
Okay.
really care.
All right.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm not embarrassed by.
Okay.
I know like I don't sound perfect and you know what I'm saying until
Yeah.
after I mix it. So I
For
just
sure.
don't care.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I'm not ashamed of anything.
So you're just in the studio, quarantined up.
yeah.
and you
I
don't-
started making and then I made about like 100 songs probably in like a year,
Wow.
and then that probably like I think it was like the 112th song I made was Step on 'Em.
Okay.
And funny, actually, it's like a good story, like a really good behind the story for that. Like I swear, like
Well, shit, we're live
I'll
on
break
Lake
it
Street.
down.
Let's
I'll
have
break
it.
it down. So me and Checkmate
Mhm.
actually made that. Like he made the beat. He had found the sample. He was kind of starting on it, and I'm like, no, we got to do it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, I got some shit in my head for this. Like I got some melodies. I'm singing them shits out loud, and he's like, that shit's hard, whatever. Then we go. It was late as hell. It was like 2 a.m. So I go home, go to sleep. I had a dream. I was supposed to be going out of town to Texas the next day,
Mhm.
and my dream, I'm in this like big ass $1 million studio in Texas. I'm recording Step on Them like lyric for lyric, like I swear the hook. I
In the
woke up-
dream. In the dream.
In the dream, I woke up. I'm like, why do I remember my dreams? Like I smoke too much to be remembering my dreams. I'm like, I don't even remember the lyrics. I called Checkmate at like 8 a.m, right before my flight. I'm like, hey bro, I need that beat. And he's like, oh man, I ain't even gonna lie, I'm about to shop it around. Nah, bro, how much do you want for it, bro? And keep in mind, we work together in the same studio.
Damn,
Like,
he said, I'm gonna shop it around.
I'm like, bro, I'll buy it from you right now. Like, I don't care about
Wow.
none of that shit. And so he's like, oh man, whatever. So I'm just like, come on, bro, just let me know how much you want for it, whatever. I'll cash app you right now. I'm trying to finish writing I want to write this on the plane. So sure enough, he didn't send it in time for me to write it on the plane. I get to my homie's crib late as hell that night. Wake up the next morning. My homie's got to go to work and shit, so I'm just at his apartment by himself. He's getting ready to move because that's why I was going out there. I'm helping him move to a new apartment in Texas because he don't have no friends out there. Like, they just moved out there. So he got a janky-ass studio set up at the time because all his shit is packed up. So he's just got, like, a mic, no pop filter, nothing, on a mic stand, just the Scarlett interface, and I have my headphones. That's it. That's
it.
all I use to record Step on Them.
Wow.
I swear to God.
And that was the final, like, you
I did everything there.
didn't re-record it or
No,
nothing?
not re-record. I just brought it back to my studio
That was it.
afterwards and mixed it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But
So I mean, is there ever an element of like when you do something like that, it's like a little more raw and it kind of
I never had
creates the
that.
sound?
I never had that happen to me before like that. So I knew something was gonna be special. That's why when I made the song and everybody I started showing it to, it's like, wow, like this is you.
Wow.
Like, no way, this is not you. Like, oh, la, it's funny, lie again. Like, I'm like, nah, bro, I made this. You want me to pull up the session and show you?
So did you keep any of the other songs before 112?
Hell yeah, I still got them all.
Are you going to use them?
Some.
Or did it take you 112 to get to the one that you're going to keep?
I mean, it took me 112 to get to the one that I wanted to drop
Or
first.
you want it to be the single? Like
the single, the
lead
one
out?
that I thought could be a breakthrough hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
It
know,
definitely has that.
It has that potential,
Yeah.
TikTok potential. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's like my most dumbed down song.
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, if I showed you my other shit, you'd be like, well, this is a lot more intricate, more melodic, you know, or
Yeah.
like, just because I don't know, I just was saying play on words of Step on Them.
Yeah.
The whole song. That's it.
But that's that's what.
But that's what people got to do. Is
Yeah.
most people don't even fucking make songs about a song. It just be about everything.
Anything, yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
All over the place. Like, make a song and make it have a topic.
Yeah.
It's that easy. I Step on them. Just play on words. Even shit like a couple Tay songs that just play on words or hooks. Like, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I used to really dislike how easy it seemed to become, but now it's like I kind of get it. And even when I think back to like when
The
I
effortless shit, not like necessarily effortless, because like I'm not gonna sit here like I'm not one of them people that make songs in 15 minutes.
no,
I take 3 hours to make a song.
Okay.
You know, but that's because I'm sitting there trying to get perfect fucking takes every time. I don't write anything. I punch in
Yeah.
line for line,
yep.
just
You're making music.
literally,
Yeah, you're making music.
just
It's
off
not-
of feeling now.
It's not
off
just a
of-
rap song. It's not just you're making music.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what brought me to my old man shaking my fist in the front
Mhm.
yard. It's like making music is different nowadays.
Mhm.
Like people get mad about like you said, like the quote unquote dumbed down sound, but what you don't think about is what went into actually making that. It
Mhm.
wasn't like it's usually not like a one take thing. Like you're making an actual like production
Yeah.
of songs, and
And
like
I
I feel like
that song I rearranged
Yeah.
everything and did a whole bunch to make it sound bigger in the end. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Background vocals,
Yep.
all that kind of shit. Like, and it just, I don't know, it made up for a good product.
For
And
sure.
I can't wait to start dropping the rest of my shit.
yeah, I'm
I just-
excited to see the
I just
rollout
want to
now.
I just want to do everything kind of like, because I haven't dropped anything. You know, I don't want to just flood everybody with all my music right away. Like I'm going to actually do real rollouts
Good.
and try to have space my, because some people drop too much music
You can
because-
definitely oversaturate.
because you have to give some people enough time to even process your song.
Yeah,
You got to give them enough time for it to get stuck in their head.
I mean, I also think when you say too much music, I think dropping a 22 song album when you're still, Joe,
You know,
Joe Blow from
I'm not
Minneapolis.
gonna lie. I'm
like,
gonna
it's
drop
not
another
gonna-
single after this, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop a 5-song EP, and that's it for the rest of the year.
That's what I think people should be doing. Like I get
And I'm gonna keep working the whole time,
yes, Yeah,
because by the time I drop another project, I'll have 2,000-3,000 songs recorded.
yeah,
It's-
Yeah.
and I'll have probably enough music to make a real gold platinum album. You
Yeah.
know, like that's just my plan. So
shit, I like it.
Yeah.
I like the plan.
yeah,
So, somebody that I mean, we talked a little bit about off the mic about you kind of playing in the background.
mm-hmm.
What I think when I think about somebody playing the background, especially for as long as you have,
Mm-hmm.
you see a lot,
Yeah.
and you probably see it from a whole different perspective than most people.
I'd
because-
say that's how I got really good at making music, like,
Yeah.
and as an artist, is by playing in the background. Like I engineer for a lot of people too, like just as my daily job. So
Yeah.
it's like all these artists, I'm peeping how you guys do everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like I'm stealing anything from you, but I'm just learning from it. You know, like
But I think even more importantly than that, you're probably learning even more what not to do.
exactly.
Like learning
But
what to
I'm
do is
learning
one
from
thing.
people that are better than me sometimes,
Mm.
and that's what I like. I like being around people that I feel like are better than me.
Yeah,
And that maybe whether or not they are or not is up, but I feel like they're better than they. Oh, I like the way that they mix, so I might ask them what's your secret.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like or somebody I might teach some. Like I've been to other studios and stuff that nice big ass studios recording with people and they don't know what the fuck they're doing
Yeah.
when it comes to recording the kind of music that they're trying to record, and it's like, okay, well here, let me show you this. Watch out. I know you've been doing this for 20 years, but I'm
so you
let
like
the young guy do
you
this.
don't mind sharing the game and
No.
also picking up the game.
No, I honestly, I got like some fucking or like vlog back in the day where I was high as hell, and I said like, I'm gonna after I decide like to retire from like rap game or music, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna probably go like start a school or just become a teacher, or like
Yeah.
teach this shit to people, like, cause I ain't have nobody to teach me.
Hmm.
I'm 100% self-taught.
Yeah,
Like I didn't even have no artists to like work with back for 5 years, really. You know, like I was just making beats and rapping on them.
yeah.
And-
Who are some artists here that you haven't worked with that you'd like to?
Haven't yet.
That you hear them.
There's some people I want to hear on some of my beats. Like I want to hear. I mean, like we have a couple. We've done some shit, but like we never put it out. Like me and Plaza got to work for sure. Me and Mac Turner got some shit, but I'm trying to keep working with him too. Cause
Yeah.
in my opinion, he's got one of the most like original sounds in the city. So I kind of like it. So
When it comes to like mainstream marketability, I think
Mhm.
he's number one. To me,
yes, he's up there, but I'd say P. Will still. P Will is the best artist, man.
Riley too, though.
I fuck with
Huncho
all of them.
too.
I fuck with
Huncho
all of
too.
them. I fuck with all of
Yeah.
them. But
Yeah.
in terms of
But I also know that if
they have their like Prince Riley, Nemo and Mac have their own kind of wave. You know what I'm saying? P
Yep.
Will doesn't necessarily fit into their wave, but he kind of does. He kind of has his own wave too.
Yes.
In terms of like industry, what is like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
P Will got it, and that's just because I don't know. I've heard all his unreleased shit, and
Yeah.
I know me and P are like damn near the same age, like my twin, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and I actually have a twin too. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh shit.
But like we like 10 days apart, bro. Like
Okay.
me and P, like that's my cancer twin. We the same, bro. Like I swear, like we get along really good just because of that shit, and we work together a lot, you know. And I don't know.
So you agree with Dolo?
It's yes.
Okay.
Yes, I
Gotcha.
agree.
Yeah.
P Will is the best artist in Minnesota.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. Again, like I
I-
said to Dolo, like I'm not even saying he's not. I just personally think when it comes to like
I've worked with a lot. I'm just saying, like me being somebody who's literally recorded most of these people, bro.
Yes.
Like, he does this shit in 15 minutes, and
Yeah.
it's like the craziest verse you ever heard. And I'm like, it's on some Jay-Z shit, bro. Like for real, like.
yeah.
But it's like industry sounding, not Jay-Z sounding.
He's
you know?
special. He's definitely
So
special.
I fuck with his music a lot,
Yeah.
and then obviously like Tay too. Like, I love Tay's music
for
bro.
sure.
I love Tay's music. I'm forcing him though, like to like if you listen to his album and shit that we dropped a couple years ago, like
It's a little different.
I forced him to step out of his comfort
Yeah.
zone and just do different shit.
Mhm.
And that's why we called it Hit Different, because
Yep.
the shit it was just nothing like you had heard from Tay.
Yeah, because Tay for a long time, and
Everybody was saying he was one dimensional.
I do not mean this as any term of disrespect, because I like, for one, I like Tay just on a personal
Yeah.
level. But it sounded, and I've said this about Meek Mill before too, it sounded like he was rapping like the microphone was down the street and around the corner.
I always told him this: rap like you perform,
Yeah.
because then when
Yeah.
you go perform,
Then it's going to
you can't tell the difference.
Exactly.
You're gonna sound
Yeah.
perfect live.
And he's a phenomenal performer.
Exactly.
One of the best.
That's kind of how
I've seen.
that style started. Is when we started doing more shows together. I'm like, you be yelling on stage, just yell in the mic.
Yeah.
And I had a mic at the time at my crib that was like, it didn't it sounded better when
Yeah.
you yelled into it. So
For
it was
sure.
just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it just worked.
We got a lot of special artists in the cities, man.
Yeah,
A lot.
There's a lot.
So even when I say like who's the best, or like we mentioned those 5, number 6 is fucking crazy too. I don't know who number 6 is. You
No,
know what I mean?
but-
Like 6 through 100. We have
Yeah.
we have crazy
of course,
talent.
Of course, But,
Crazy
Like,
talent.
there's a lot of people that people haven't even heard about yet. That's like right now, producers. This is our season right now. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie.
For sure.
This next year's coming up is the producer artist season. You're gonna see it a lot in the industry popping off.
Yeah.
Like the producers that make that are artists that make their own beats, engineer themselves, all that shit. Are you gonna see that's gonna be doing something? This
Yeah, it
next
feels like you got a leg up. Like it's not. It feels like it feels like something that's not. You can't really stop.
Yeah, like
can't really-
somebody like especially like somebody like me, for example. Like I know I'm realistic about shit, bro. Like I know all I need is a budget, like a marketing budget.
Yeah.
That's it. Because everything else, you
You
don't
can
have to
do.
put $1 into me because I do it all myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out the video shit myself. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make the beat. I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna mix and master it. I'm gonna do the cover art. I'm gonna, you don't have to do anything besides push it.
Yeah. For
That's
sure.
it. And they're gonna start seeing that kind of shit, like distribution companies, and like they're gonna be like, oh, you guys do everything yourself, okay?
Easy.
Because it's happening right now. Even like people like Eat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a easy. Like you said, labels are looking more for that because it's less they got to do.
Exactly.
It's just come on over. Here's the studio space. Do what you do. If it's great, we'll push it. If it's not, we'll tell you it's not, and you can start over. And then
All they care about is numbers, and people be like looking at deals like as if it's like a savior, like a label. A record deal is not a superhero.
no,
It is a fucking bank loan.
dude. To be real, that goes back to what we were just talking about, and I don't want to beat this into the ground, but record labels are signing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of artists just in case they blow,
And they get a tax write-off.
and they get a tax
So
write-off.
they don't have to pay the taxes, and they get to take billions home from y'all streams.
Exactly. And most of those hundreds, if they sign 1,000 artists, if Empire signs 1,000 artists, maybe one, they're going to get
That budget push behind them.
exactly. The other 999, they're going to be on their ass for that.
And also
Whatever
people
if
be
there
like-
was an advance
people
for
be
that.
like
advance
expecting
back.
to get saved too by a label, and they don't even like. know their own business.
Yeah,
You know, like,
it's a fact.
I don't know, like, you have to be on your shit. Like, it's like I said, it's like a bank loan. You're not going to go ask a bank for a business loan without a business plan.
Yeah.
You got to show them, this is how I'm going to do this. This is why I'm going to do this. You go do that to a label, I guarantee you they're going to give you some money before anything else.
Yep.
But
No,
people
you're
just
right.
be like, oh, my music is good.
You
enough.
said it, bro. It's a bank loan, but worse.
Yeah.
It's a bank loan, but
With
worse
higher interest.
because you don't just owe them money back. Now your career's probably done.
They own it until you
Yeah.
pay them.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So now you just played yourself out of your career that you wanted. Like now you're fucked. The bank, you just owe the bank
But, I
money.
mean, if the deal makes sense, to each his own. You
For
know
sure.
what I'm saying? Like, I'd sign a deal if it made sense. If it
hey
was-
man, I'll never get mad at somebody for taking some money. I get it. I understand it.
Because it's just about what you do with it.
Yeah.
Some people
exactly.
fuck it up and they be looking at it as like, oh, I made it. I got a deal. Like, no, I'm like, oh, I got a deal. Let's go. Time to work harder.
Yes. That is correct. That right there is the thing that a
That's
lot of
people
don't
fall off
understand.
after they fucking get a
Yeah.
deal because they're like, I did it.
I made it.
I made
You
it.
didn't make it.
No,
Not
you
yet.
didn't make it yet.
You got to go harder now.
Shit, give me fucking 80 fucking platinum records and then I'll say I made it.
Yeah, for sure.
Then I can be like, oh, I'm ready to chill out.
For sure. I agree. So we got to wrap, but before we wrap, I want you to tell everybody everything that you got coming up, what we got to look forward to. I know that video. Do you know you got a date for the video?
Not 100% at this current second, no, but maybe by the time you guys release this, I'll have one
Okay.
so you could like throw it in there or something.
Perfect.
But video, Step On 'Em coming soon, very soon. First single, I'm about to drop another single after that. Me and Tay are going back on tour for a little bit.
Okay.
Um,
You going with Prof again?
yeah,
Okay.
we got a couple shows in a few weeks actually.
Yep.
And then some shit that you'll hear about soon.
Okay.
But other than that, I plan on, you know what I'm saying, maybe beginning next year making some moves somewhere else to try to bring some money back to the city
Mm.
for a little bit and
Yeah.
see what the fuck we can do because, I don't know, I'm going full throttle with this artist shit right now. Like, if some people are going to feel some type of way about it because I'm not going to have enough time to work with them and shit like that, but, like,
Hey man.
I'm doing what I got to do for myself at this point.
For sure.
I've been playing behind the scenes for 10 years, and
It's time.
it's time to wake
It's
them
time.
up.
And you
Yeah.
got it. You got something.
I appreciate
You
it.
got something special. Like I said.
I ain't trying to be like everybody else. I'm trying to do my own thing. That's
Yeah.
what y'all got to do.
Yep. No, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. Well, shit. I appreciate your time. I'm glad we could finally do this.
Yeah, thank y'all for, having me. I appreciate it for real.
For sure. And tell them where they can find you at.
At JTC Beats, all platforms.
Everywhere.
I was the one and only, but now there's some people trying to copy my name, but I got the trademark. I ain't worried.
But if you hear that JTC
JTC Beats, if you hear that, you know.
You know
I mean,
who
you
did it.
probably, some people haven't probably even seen me before, heard of me, but you've definitely heard me before. I'll
You've
tell you
heard
that.
JTC Beats
You've
before.
heard one of my beats. I'll tell you that.
For sure. Well, man, I appreciate your time. Glad we could do it.
Appreciate it.
And I'm excited to see the video come out and the music drop and all that.
I'm excited, man. I got so much stuff for y'all.
Let's keep going, man.
Yeah.
Keep going. You got a good head on your shoulders. You
I
understand.
appreciate
You understand things.
Yeah.
It's clear.
That's
You-
why I said I
You
played
get
in the
how this-
background.
You get how this works.
I peeped all this, and you're gonna see it in some of the music I dropped too. I talk about a lot of the shit that I seen and shit like that. Like that, what made me, you know what I'm saying? Because childhood life and adult life is so much different. People don't want to hear about what you're going through as a kid. They
That's
wanna
a fact.
They want to hear about what you're going through,
That
what
is
they're
a-
going through.
That is a fact, man. You're right about that. All right, man. That's it.
Appreciate it.
Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. I'm Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1. Woo!
I thought it was pretty good. That's great.
Damn, Woody. In high school, I let it blam, Woody. I wasn't playing, Woody. I'm coming straight out the south. Hey, genius, best watch your mouth. When I put up on PNB right, then ain't he come out. You moving ounces, I just moved 100 things in a drought. You want the south side, outside the fence of your house. You talking all that, then wanna come talk it out. If you ain't talking money, you talking about.